Tom's savings and investments in the stock market enabled him to quit his 9-to-5 job at Ford Motor Company at age 43. He was penniless the day he graduated from college. Tom graduated from the University of Michigan Dearborn at age 23. In honor of his father's career, he pursued the same field of study. They were coyly happy that he got a job at General Motors before completing his degree. And Tom thought to himself, so what? During Tom's first few weeks at GM, he knew he wasn't going to end up like his coworkers. The intensity of this feeling has increased. While visiting a nearby cafe, Tom runs into James, his boss, a company veteran wearing a gold watch. James seemed happy with his new watch, but Tom couldn't help but notice that James was still working where he worked when they were both Tom's age. James doesn't seem to have done much useful work during the day. Tom guessed a lot after hearing James talk all lunch about boar hunting instead of the GM assembly line. Tom's father was like this too. He enjoyed the outdoors, but due to his family's busy schedule and the irony of spending so much time making money, he could only go out once a month. Tom's path to financial freedom is presented in 3 acts in this video. At different stages, you will see how important different considerations can be. But it's important to remember that if Tom hadn't invested in the first place, it would have taken him 57 years, not 43, to raise $1 million. Tom's 14-year citizenship makes him richer than any other currency. You will learn what Tom observed closely while trading stocks. Focusing on what he didn't do, the Swedish investor offers the best advice and resources to achieve financial independence through stock market investing. In 1 year of basic first steps, Tom's fortune has gone from $0 to $20,000. The current stage is the start of work. There are probably many people who moved from here. Wow, that was impressive. But I'd really appreciate it if you could wait a moment. Just a little while from now, you and I will be arriving at the same time. Like that, among the stacks of books in the library. For his mother in quarantine, Tom is asked to obtain a copy of her 1984 for her. The accidental discovery of books made one man richer than all of Babylon. In fact, I was so blinded by the attractive redhead at the front desk that I almost fell. When the richest man in Babylon accidentally knocked over a pile of books, they all fell to the floor. Reading can help you reach your goals and live a more fulfilling life. Since Tom never knows when he might need a particular book, he thought it would be a good idea to borrow one. The red-haired cashier's continued laughter at his incompetence only added to her affection. Tom hoped that if he got this close he would see her again. Prioritize your own happiness over helping others. Tom follows the advice in his book that he should start by saving 10% of his income each month. Manager James was clearly lacking in this regard. As for his own bill, he put it last. He has contributed to Sika Night Force and American Airlines. Tom came to the realization that the more James spent time with him, he never reimbursed his expenses. There was nothing particularly wrong with it, but it didn't look like a roadmap to financial freedom either. So far, you're on the right track and it's important to act quickly. To receive money, you must think of yourself first. Investing in the stock market is a great way to turn significant amounts of money into bigger bucks. Like Sweden's smorgasbord, the stock market is a buffet where you have to sample a variety of items before deciding on your favorite. In theory, you can't just eat a meatball and judge if it tastes good. Here, now we have another one. A good analogy is the stock market. If you receive a recommendation to play in the market, using virtual money in a game or simulator, it means you should. You have to let them know that after Tom read Babylon's Richest Man and got a lesson on how to eat fermented fish, he moved on to Robert Kiyosaki's book. Fathers from different socioeconomic backgrounds are used as examples of contrast. A big disappointment to him was not to meet the lovely redhead in the library. But he learned from his mistakes and realized that even his novice investors could make a positive impact with their money in the stock market. At first he made high profits, but soon he was reading Reddit threads with speculation about several biotech companies. From $5,000 to $10,000, he quickly doubled his fortune in 1 week. But he soon realized what had happened when he disobeyed. On a short morning. That's the sound of us not working on a Monday morning. Am I right? For some reason the joke didn't land well with Steven. Hey man, what's up Tom? You know how Wall Matter was a huge success? Yes, well I retired with that money. I know that Steven. Well then I took that money and I put in a company called Stormers. Oh, horrible name. Yeah, I know, but they said they were going to be the star of the metaverse and you know, I trusted those guys but they completely messed up. My boss really wasn't happy when I said I wanted to return, but he let me back in anyways. My retirement is nowhere in sight unless I can find a beyond meta of course. What's extraordinary about this story? Well, maybe nothing. And that's also the point. Many of you can probably earn more than Tom if you really try to. Many of you can probably get better returns from the stock market if you really try to. If the normal guy Tom can reach financial independence by age 43, so can you and me. A story that is a little less ordinary is the one about Warren Buffett and how he made his first $1 million 31. Check it out. Cheers guys.